Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Dear Venerable Sangha, Buddhist ladies and gentlemen, you are invited to join us in this weekly Buddhist newsreel on Phật Sự Online channel. Hereafter, 8 major headlines of Buddhist activities of the week. Message from the Supreme Patriarch of National Vietnam Buddhist Sangha on the 2567 Vesak celebration. Speech of the Chairman of Administrative Council of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha on the 2567 Vesak celebration. President Võ Văn Thưởng congratulates 2567 Vesak with the Supreme Patriarch and Most Venerable Chairman of the Administrative Council of the National Vietnam Buddhist Sangha. Ho Chi Minh City, leaders of city committees, sectors congratulate the honorifics on the 2567 Buddha's birthday. Ho Chi Minh City, Committee for Religious Affairs congratulates 2567 Vesak celebration to the Chairman of Administrative Council. Quảng Ninh, inaugural ceremony for the world's largest mountainous lecture hall, the works for upholding Vesak 2567. Đà Nẵng, Myanmar Buddhist group visit and congratulate Vesak 2567 at Tam Bảo Pagoda. Exciting atmosphere amidst preparation for Vesak year 2567 in various provinces and cities. The following are the news in detail. On the 2567th Vesak celebration, the Supreme Patriarch of National Vietnam Buddhist Sangha sent a congratulatory message to the venerable monks and nuns, lay people and Vietnamese Buddhists at home and abroad on May 26 of 2023. The following are some excerpts of the message.
This occasion invites us all to reflect upon the history of Sakya Muni Buddha and provide an opportunity for each individual to contemplate and live in accordance with his timeless and profound teachings. These teachings offer solutions for building world peace, true happiness for people, and sustainable development for society. This year, as Vietnamese Buddhists, we also respectfully commemorate the 60th anniversary of Bodhisattva Thích Quảng Đức self-immolations, 1963-2023, with great pride in this glorious period of our nation's history. We remember the noble vow of Bodhisattva Thích Quảng Đức, who dedicated himself to serving the Dhamma and the nation. His compassionate fire and indomitable spirit possessed the power of illuminate and awaken people's conscience, dissolving all forms of hatred. This fire has guided individualism and extreme ideologies. He stands as a shining symbol of compassion, wisdom, and strength, embodying the spirit of Bodhisattva in the world and the engagement of Vietnamese Buddhism. He called on Vietnamese monastic lay people to follow the vows of Bodhisattva Thích Quảng Đức to be more committed to the path of Bodhisattva practice as the Buddha taught in the context of COVID-19 pandemic. Wars and conflicts are becoming more complicated here and there in the world. We encourage to do good deeds, contribute to the construction of the country, create peace by themselves to form a lotus flower to offer to the Buddha in this year Vesak.
Amidst the joyful atmosphere of Buddhist community around the world to celebrate the Great Vesak Festival in 2023, the Buddha's birthday 2567 in Vietnam, the chairman of the Administrative Council, Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, sent his congratulatory greetings to Vietnamese monks and nuns and fellow Buddhists in the country and abroad with the best wishes, together to celebrate the Buddha's birthday season in peace for saving sentient beings.
Facing the turbulent problems of humanity, the Most Venerable emphasized, now more than ever, the invaluable teachings of Shakyamuni Buddha on loving kindness, sharing, compassion, nonviolence, and the path to liberation from human suffering offer genuine guidance in addressing our most pressing problems. On the occasion of Buddha's birthday 2567th, the Most Venerable appealed, as we celebrate Vesak Day, let us take a moment to calm our minds, reflect, and practice in accordance with the path laid out in the vows of Bodhisattva Samantabhara Sutra. The Lord Buddha taught us about the virtue of sacrifice, helping others, willingly sharing with the less fortunate, accepting the disadvantages, and relinquishing greed and selfishness to become noble and reverent individuals, thus building a better society. The Most Venerable wished all Vietnamese monastics, lay people, both in the country and abroad, to diligently study and practice the threefold training of precepts, concentration, and wisdom. Upholding the observation of precepts with the principles of discipline, responsibility, solidarity, and development contributes to the sanctity of the Sangha. The monastic members of the Mahasangha strive to fulfill their mission of propagating the Dharma and integrating the Lord Buddha's teachings into daily life with solidarity and harmony, aiming to achieve the goals set forth in the 9th Congress for the benefits of our nation and for the service of all sentient beings, enabling them to live peaceful and joyful lives, both in secular and spiritual realms, on this auspicious occasion of the Shakyamuni Buddha's birthday.
On the occasion of the 2567 Buddha's birthday, on the morning of May 26, the state president Võ Văn Thưởng came to Huê Nghiêm Pagoda to visit the Most Venerable Thích Trí Quảng, the Supreme Patriarch of the National Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, and to Minh Đạo Pagoda to visit Most Venerable Thích Thiện Nhân, Chairman of the Administrative Council, Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, and congratulated the Buddha's birthday with monks, nuns, and Buddhists at home and abroad.
At Huê Nghiêm Pagoda, President Võ Văn Thưởng shared the state information and appreciated the contribution of monks and nuns, Buddhists in the spirit of domination and socialism. The Vietnam Buddhist Sangha has always been an exemplary leader in patriotic emulation movement, campaigns, and religious solidarity, affirming an inseparable relationship between a nation and the religion. The Venerable Elder said that with the consent and facilitation of the party and state, the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha successfully organized the UNDV Vesak 3 times, thereby deeply affirming the freedom of religion in Vietnam, and at the same time increasing the prestige of Vietnamese Buddhism among international friends. On this occasion, the President also invited the Most Venerable Thích Thiện Nhân, Chairman of the Administrative Council of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha at Minh Đạo Pagoda, and wished good health and congratulate the 2567th Buddha's birthday to the honorifics of Sangha, monks and nuns, and Buddhists across the country. In response, Most Venerable Thích Thiện Nhân shared his joy and emphasized that this is a great honor for him personally and for the Sangha in general. On this occasion, the Most Venerable also reported the President on the success of the 9th Buddhist Congress, along with the direction and goals of the Central Sangha's new tenure, and he affirmed that in the coming time, Vietnam Buddhist Sangha would drastically and accompany the Sangha at all levels, fellow Buddhists, well perform Buddhist work, live a good life, have a good religion, together with the party and state build the homeland following the guidance of the President. After that, the President and the delegation performed the Buddha bathing ceremony and released doves to pray for peace.
On the occasion of the 2567 Vesak celebration, Mr. Nguyễn Duy Tân, Head of Religious Affairs Department of Ho Chi Minh City, and Colonel Bùi Văn Tú, Head of Homeland Security Department of Ho Chi Minh City Public Security, Colonel Lại Phước Xuân, Chief of District 3 Police, led the delegation to visit and congratulate the honorifics of Buddha's birthday at Quảng Đức Monastery, Ho Chi Minh City, on May 24, 2023.
The representatives of the delegations sent greetings and best wishes for the Sangha's development, fully accomplished monastic affairs, at the same time updated on the situation of supporting and coordinating the organization of the Buddha's birthday celebration. The representatives of the delegation also hoped that the Sangha would continue to pay attention to the implementation of security and order in the city, contributing to the cause of national construction and development. On behalf of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Most Venerable Thích Thiện Thống, Vice Chairman of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha Administrative Council, thanked the city authorities for their interest in supporting the Sangha enthusiastically in Buddhist activities in the past. The Most Venerable conveyed the wishes of peaceful, auspicious achievements.
Earlier, on the morning of May 23rd, Mr. NGàY, head of Ho Chi Minh City's Religious Affairs Committee, also led the delegation to Minh Dao Pagoda to greet and congratulate the 2567 Buddha's birthday to Most Venerable TIểng NG, Chairman of the Administrative Council, Vietnam Buddhist Sangha.
After wishing health and congratulating the Buddha on a peaceful birthday to the Chairman of the Administrative Council, Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Mr. NGàY informed the Most Venerable about the agency's activities during this year's Vesak season. He also reported on supporting and coordinating the celebration of the 2567th Vesak. On behalf of the Central Committee of the Sangha, the Most Venerable thanked for the enthusiastic help and served as a bridge for the Sangha to successfully organize the recent Southern Regional Conference on Sangha activities. Most Venerable said that this year's Buddha's birthday season coincided with the 60th anniversary of Bodhisattva TIểng NG, who sacrificed himself by burning his body. So, Most Venerable hoped the Religious Affairs Committee would support the Sangha in successfully organizing this series of special events. The Most Venerable sent his best wishes for health and happiness during the Buddha's birthday season, praying that the leaders of the Religious Affairs Department would have enough favorable conditions to complete the mandated assignments.
At Thành Đẳng Mountain, Quảng Ninh Province, the monks of Ba Vàng Pagoda solemnly held the Buddha's birthday, received a world record, and inaugurated the world's largest mountainous lecture hall on May 21st with the attendance of religious leaders from various levels of the Sangha, government leaders from the central to local levels, and large number of attendants, Buddhists from all over the country, and monks and nuns of many traditional Buddhist countries.
In his welcome speech and the entire audience, Venerable TIểng, abbot of Ba Vàng Pagoda, introduced the history of formation and activities of monks, Buddhist ashram of Ba Vàng Pagoda with the motto, cultivating morality, diligently ascetic practicing and developing spiritually, to promote the spirit of commitment to serve and turn the world into a pure land. Venerable said Ba Vàng Pagoda was built in the year of the rupture from the ring of Red Dutong. Then in 1993, the pagoda was temporarily rebuilt to meet the needs of spiritual activities of the local people. Over the historical period, the pagoda was recognized as provincial historical and cultural relic site in 2007, and Venerable TIểng was appointed to be the abbot. In order to meet the needs of the growing Buddhist population, the temple built a great lecture hall with a special design consisting of 2 floors, a floor area of nearly 12,000 meters square, a capacity to accommodate 10,000 persons. Then the construction started in 2016 with a total construction cost of nearly 300 billion VND. Now, the large-scale and massive Buddhist spiritual works at Ba Vàng Pagoda have been completed and received the records as the world's largest modernist Buddhist amphitheater by the World Records Union World Kings and verified by the World Records Association. At the ceremony, Most Venerable the Chairman and Venerables of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha offer incense and preside over the sutra citing for national peace, peace in the world, and peaceful living beings. All attendants solemnly performed the Buddha Pathings ritual, and the Buddha's followers rejoined in colorful costume to celebrate the birthday of Prince Siddhartha, opening the path to enlightenment for sentient beings. The ribbon-cutting ceremony and the 2-story sightseeing the Great Lecture Hall were conducted with respect and warm welcome by more than 60,000 Buddhists and people. In the afternoon of the same day, a team dance program and a flower bowl confessions to celebrate Buddha's birthday was solemnly held at the pagoda grounds in a joyful and excited atmosphere of the entire Mass.
On the occasion of the 2567 Vesak, Theodore Sayadaw Yanaka Ashen, Vice Rector of DCU University and in Myanmar, Dean of the Faculty of International Teaching at ITBMU International University, Yangon, paid a congratulatory visit at Tam Bảo Pagoda, Da Nang, the Theravada Buddhism temple, in the afternoon of May 21st, 2023.
Mr. Savada Yanaka Ashin sent greetings to the monks and Buddhists of the 3 Jewels temples to always be healthy, diligent, and welcome the Buddha's birthday safely and happily. He and the monks of Vietnam Laos, and Myanmar performed the traditional ritual of chanting Pali Sutras, bathing the Buddha, lighting candles as offerings to Buddha's birthday, and sprinkling water blessings on the Buddhist ashram. He also confided his feelings when seeing Vietnam's strong development, wealth, and beauty, and was delighted to be warmly welcomed by Vietnamese Buddhists. He prayed to the Buddhas and the Three Jewels to bless the Vietnamese people, monks and Buddhists to always be healthy, peaceful, happy, and prosperous, and for the friendship between the two countries to grow stronger.
Vesak is an occasion to celebrate three important events in Buddha's life: birth, enlightenment, parinirvana, according to the Annunciation for Organization of the Vesak Celebration of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha. The provincial Buddhist boards of provinces, temples, and monasteries have carried out many preparation activities to celebrate the Vesak celebration.
This year, the Ho Chi Minh City Buddhist Board set up a solemn and majestic Buddhist birthday ceremony pedestal at Vietnam National Temple, with the expectation to welcome thousands of people to attend. At Minh Dao Pagoda, Sala Pagoda, etc. in District 3, there are also impressive decorations with a large space, hanging 5 color flags, banners, and well-lit altar. This year, Buddha's birthday also coincides with the 60th memorial of Bodhisattva TUạt N, the Dharma cremator. Then, the venerable honorifics and Buddhists have hung the 5 color flag symbol of Buddhism along the roads, creating an extremely exciting atmosphere. At New Lộc Canal, Pháp Hoa Pagoda, District 3, the ashrams are also busy with the decoration of the Buddha's birthday space in front of the temple, and many lotus and lantern images are lit every night on both sides of the canal. On the banks of the Hương River, Huế City, the organizing committee of the Buddha's birthday celebration of Thừa Huế Province held a ceremony to launch 7 decorative lotus flowers in the middle of the Hương River to celebrate Buddha's birthday. 7 lotus flowers had been designed and collaged by monks and nuns of Vietnam Buddhist Academy in Huế. After performing the rituals, the lotus flowers were dropped in the middle of the Hương River, opposite the Nghìn Lương Patriarchal Temple, for tourists from around the world to admire and focus on the birthday of Buddha Shakyamuni. The 7 lotus flowers are lit during the week of Buddha's birthday to the full moon day of April. On this occasion, the organizing board of the Buddha's birthday fiesta in Thừa Huế Province released 50,000 fingerlings of orchid into the Hương River to regenerate aquatic resources, launched by the People's Committee of Thừa Huế Province. Previously, at Hoài River Wharf, Quảng Nam Province, on the morning of May 21st, the Buddhist monks of Hội An City also launched 7 pink lotus flowers to celebrate Buddha's birthday year 2567. This is the annual activity of Hội An City Buddhist Parochial Board to celebrate Buddha's birthday. The 7 pink lotus flowers represent the 7 steps of the Blessed One, appearing in the earthly realm, attracting a large number of Buddhist and Hội An Lodge tourists to admire. On the evening of May 23rd, at the invitation of the Abbot, Most Venerable Thích Bảo Nghiêm, head of the Hanoi Provincial Buddhist Board, delivered a Dharma talk for over 500 Buddhists about the meaning of Buddha's birthday at Tường Mai Pagoda, Hoàng Mai District, Hanoi City.
Venerable monks and nuns, Buddhist ladies and gentlemen, the last news has signed off this weekly newsreel. Thank you for your attention and following. Goodbye and see you in the next program on PSO TV channel. Nam Mô Sakya Muni Buddha.